Hello, second graders. Welcome to math class with me, Miss Taylor. I'm glad you're here. Alrighty, so we need our fact practice packet. Got mine here. Oh, we're doing our new fact practice packet today. So it is number 4. So please find that. We'll need our textbook as usual, our workbook, paper or whiteboard, pencil, that would be a good idea. And because we're still practicing measuring, we need a ruler. So if you don't have those things, please pause the video. You can go and get those things. So we will need our ruler and our fact practice packet. Number 4. So it would be a prudent idea for us to write our names at the top, nice and neatly on our new fact practice packet. And then we're going to do page 1. So here we are. It is page number 1. There it is. And today we're going to practice measuring in inches. So we've been doing lots of practice measuring centimeters, teeny tiny centimeters. Well, now we're going to practice inches. So those are the bigger ones, and there are 12 of them on our ruler. 12 inches equals 1 foot, right? So an inch is about 2 fingers. It's about 1 inch. So when we measure, we make sure that we start at the 0 mark. So we line it up right about there with our 0 mark, and then we can see that it ends right at the 4. So this one is 4 inches. Let's do the next one. I'm going to line it up at that 0 mark there, and then it goes and it stops at the 7. So this one, 7 inches. Now this next one is kind of interesting because it kind of stops between 2 numbers. So we line it up there and it goes past the 1, but it doesn't quite make it to the 2. If it were 2, it would be here. What it's doing is it's stopping right in between the 1 and the 2. So how we write that is 1.5 inches. So it's a 1, and then to write half, you write 1 with a line across and then a 2. And that's how we write it when it stops right between those 2 numbers. So let's see, why don't we do one more? So I already did this one. We can do another one where it's a half is right here. So if we start here and we see it stops right there, and that is between the 4 and the 5. So this bar, this line would be 4 inches plus half an inch. So 4.5. So this one we would write 4. And then again, how we write half is 1/2, and then IN period. 4.5 inches. Okay, so that is how we write our half. And we can go ahead and check our answers on the back side. Let's see, we have our 4 inches there. Yep, 7 inches. 1.5. And you'll notice they put like a little slanted line there. It doesn't matter if you do a slanted line or like a straight across line to show half. 3 inches, 4.5. Let's see, did we get that correct? Yes, we got our 4.5 inches. Okay, so if you'd like to finish this right now, you can pause the video and finish measuring in inches, or you can finish your fact practice after the video. Whichever you'd like to do is just fine. And then today we are starting a new unit. We get to learn about weight. And the first thing that we are going to learn about weight is kilograms. So I am on page 76 in our textbooks. So if you would please open up to page 76 with me. And we're going to look at unit 4. And unit 4 is about weight. And it says, this is kind of the first thing we're going to learn about with our weight unit is measuring weight in kilograms. The kilogram is a unit of weight. We write kg for kilogram. Hold a 1 kilogram weight in your hand. Feel how heavy it is. All right, now, second graders, you probably don't have a 1 kilogram weight at home. I know I don't have a 1 kilogram weight at home, but what you do have is things in your cupboards. And I bet if you ask your parents to help you, you will be able to find something that weighs about 1 kilogram. And a kilogram is the same as, I'm actually going to flip ahead and show you something that we're going to talk about a little bit more tomorrow, but I wanted to mention, you've probably heard the word grams before, so we're going to talk about grams tomorrow, but 1 kilogram is the same as 1,000 grams. And a gram is something that's kind of like the weight of like a paper clip would be about a gram, pretty light. But 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. So in order for us to kind of feel, what does a kilogram feel like? You might need to, like I said, kind of look through your cupboards at home. And I have a big jar of spaghetti sauce, kind of tomato sauce for when you're making spaghetti or something like that. And this, it's a bigger one, so it's kind of a big guy. And it says it's 907 grams. So I'm just going to put it down here so you can kind of see that. And see how here it says 907 grams, and it's about 2 pounds. So 907 grams is very close to 1,000. It's almost 1,000 grams. So this big spaghetti sauce, if I hold it in my hand, this is almost a kilogram. And a kilogram, as you will notice here, it's about the same as 2 pounds. So a kilogram is heavier than pounds. So one thing you could do is find if you have something kind of large, like this large jar of spaghetti sauce, it's a kilogram. But if you don't have something kind of this large, then you could also look in your cabinet, and I bet you have some cans of soup or some vegetables or something like that. And if you have 2 cans of soup or vegetables, I have some Italian style wedding soup and some lentil vegetable soup. These together are about a kilogram. So, let me show you here. These 2 cans of soup together, and you can see here, this one says 524 grams, and this one's a little bit lighter. There it is, 411 grams. So together, they would be almost 1,000 grams, which is the same as a kilogram. So, where this guy says, find a kilogram weight at your house. I know you probably don't have that around your house, so go ahead and look through your cupboards, ask your parents for some help, and see if you can find something that's about a kilogram. And you can say, oh, Miss Taylor had a big jar of spaghetti sauce that was a kilogram, or 2 cans of soup together is a kilogram. You might have we have some leftover from Thanksgiving, some pumpkin kind of pureed pumpkin, I guess. 2 of these would also be about a kilogram. So do a little exploring and try to find some things that are about a kilogram. I know in the past, my husband and my son really love ketchup, and we had like this big thing of ketchup, and it was about 1 kilogram. So again, ask your parents and try to look around your house, something that would weigh about a kilogram, because it is kind of nice to be able to feel, what does a kilogram feel like? And you can kind of get a sense for how heavy that is. All right. And then we're going to take a look at some scales. And they have kind of a little balance scale here. And how a balance scale works is that if you put weight on one side, the heavier object will go down and the lighter object goes up. So we can see here that 1 kilogram is making the balance go down on this side. And this side, there's a little book or a notebook that's going up. So we can see that the book weighs less than 1 kilogram because the book is lighter. The book is going up higher. But if you put like all these books in this book bag on this side, and then you put a kilogram weight on the other side, you can see the kilogram weight goes up and the bag of books goes down. And that means that the bag of books weighs more than a kilogram. So that's kind of how a balance scale works. Now you might have a scale at your house. It might not be a balance scale, but it might be, you might have a food scale at your house. Some of you might, if your parents are into like baking. A lot of times bakers have these kind of scales. Or you might have a scale in your bathroom that your family uses to weigh themselves. Or so you might want to just talk to your family and say, do we have a scale around the house? Because we're learning about kilograms in math. And let's see here. It says make a bag of beans which weigh 1 kilogram. So if we had some beans here, we could make a kilogram of beans. And then on this kind of a scale, you'll notice that there is a 0 here, kilograms. And then wherever the little arrow goes to after you put some things on the scale, that's how much it weighs. So if we put some beans in here and the scale is pointing over here to the 1 kilogram, that means the beans weigh 1 kilogram. And then we could sort of check that with our balance scale. Bag of beans, 1 kilogram weight, and you can see they're equal. So they're kind of equal. They're both kind of going down about the same amount. They're equal. Now here we have some prawns, and prawns are kind of like big shrimp. And the shrimp weigh blank kilograms. And again, on this balance scale, you can see that both sides are even. So that means that the prawns weigh the same as 2 kilograms. So they are equal. What about the newspapers? Let's see, do the newspapers weigh 1 kilogram? 0 kilograms? 1 kilogram? 2 kilograms? 3 kilograms? Or if they went all the way around to the top here, it would be 4 kilograms. Yeah, and we can see how much do the newspapers weigh? 3 kilograms. Nice job. All right, what about this papaya? Ooh, a papaya. Miss Taylor I used to live in Taiwan, which is a small island to the south of China, and they had delicious papayas in Taiwan and mangoes, and it's a bit more of a tropical area, so they had delicious fruit there. So we can see here's the papaya, and it's on this scale, and the little arrow is pointing just above the 1 kilogram. So just a little bit above the 1 kilogram. Is the papaya heavier than 1 kilogram or lighter than 1 kilogram? Well, if it was at the 1 kilogram, it would weigh 1 kilogram. But since it's not quite at the 1 kilogram, it's a little bit before that. That means that the papaya weighs a little bit less. So it's lighter than 1 kilogram. What about the pumpkin? Is the weight of the pumpkin more than 2 kilograms or less than 2 kilograms? Well, let's see. There's the pumpkin, and then there's 2 kilograms, and then the little arrow, the weight arrow, is pointing past the 2 kilograms. So we can see that the pumpkin weighs more than 2 kilograms. Nice job. Oh, now here's a different kind of scale. Now it's still kilograms. It still has our kg here. Looks like some kind of a little suitcase. And it's asking us the weight of the bag is blank kilograms. Well, let's see. Where's the little arrow pointing to? Yeah, 9 kilograms. Nice job. All right, so we have a few more questions that we can look at about kilograms. And then we'll talk about what our homework is for today. But for number 6, it says, which package is heavier? Oh, and there's an A there and a B there. So we have package A and package B. Now, when we just look at it, I was looking at this little arrow and I thought, oh, that one looks like it goes around further than this one. But then I looked at the numbers. This one goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we went all the way around, it would be 6. But this one, the numbers are closer together, aren't they? So this one, if it went all the way around, there's a 9. It would be 10 kilograms. You have to be careful here. Package A looks like it weighs 4 kilograms. And package B weighs 6 kilograms. So which package is heavier? Yeah, that one, right? How much heavier? Well, what's 6 minus 4? 2. Nice job. And what is the total weight of the 2 packages? 6 kilograms plus 4 kilograms is? Did you say 10 kilograms? Nice job. All right. I'm going to go ahead and skip past this one. Now, here, there are some activities that you can do. If you do have a scale at home, you could practice weighing a few things on this page. could try to find, well, this one is kind of about trying to find some things that weigh about 1 kilogram. So again, if you find something at your house that weighs about 1 kilogram, you could sort of hold 1 kilogram in your hand, and then you could try to find some other things that are about a kilogram. Or if you have a scale, you could do kind of this little activity. So try a couple of these activities and think about kilograms. And if you don't have a scale at your house, that is okay. Like I said, you can just find some food objects. It's kind of fun that weigh about a kilogram. Got these are about a kilogram. Okay. And then our homework for today is pages 82 and 83. So 82 is a little bit of review for us. And then 83 is where we're actually looking at some scales and writing how many kilograms each of these are. So page 83 should be not too tricky. And then for page 82, I would really recommend that you use this space here to write the vertical algorithm when you are doing your adding and subtracting. So for example, for this one, you might want to write 263 plus 126. And then if you write it this way, the vertical way, it's a little easier to solve the problem that way. Whoops. Okay. So that is your homework for today. And I will see you again tomorrow where we will learn about grams. So that'll be fun. Have a great day, scholars. Bye.